What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Boozer here. Thanks for stopping by. Hopefully you guys are having a good end to your week and a good weekend lined up. In this video, we're going to be talking about the summon rush for the ongoing Granite fusion right now. And if you guys are as surprised as me, yeah, this summon rush is a little bit on the painful side, guys. 3,500 points for the Void Rare Glade Wolf and 6,100 here for Hilda. 6,100 I've seen before. Obviously, this is very expensive. I would say this is probably the most expensive epic ever, or at least on par. I've seen it over 6,000 before, but in this case, yeah, it's basically on par with some of the most expensive epics, but I'm actually really surprised that the rare has reached 3,500. Usually it's around 3,000, maybe 3,100, 3,200 if they want to get cheeky there, but 3,500 is what they're asking for, which is obviously pretty significant, especially if you're trying to stockhold resources for October. Now, based on what I've seen and heard from a lot of different people, it seems like a mixed bag for this fusion. I think maybe about 60% of you guys are going. I think Granite actually is a pretty decent champion, but I think the speculation around everything in October and this ongoing collab is really lowering the participation numbers a little bit on Granite, which totally makes sense. And something like this summon rush, definitely does not make me jump for joy in participating any further. But I feel like as a content creator, getting the champion is a beneficial thing in case I ever want to use it again for some content. Obviously, it does have a unique skill set, especially with the shatter buff and all that, so definitely could be useful. The top end rewards here, we got 100 mythical mats here. Now this looks pretty nice. 10,000 points here. That's 20 sacred shards. I mean, this is not a great summon pool. We'll jump into that in a second, but you get the 100 mythical mats here. And as a spender, this is probably the easiest way for you to get it. Keep in mind that you can grind live arena all month to get the 100 mats. So here you can just basically pay $100, $200 or whatever amount it costs, and then get the amount of points, and then you're done with. You do get the mythical skill tome here as well. No promo shards or anything like that. No shards here. Couple 5-star chickens. Man, they really gotta get rid of these 5-star chickens and just give us something a little bit more useful. 100 legendary mats here as well. So you do get a little bit of value. Shard breakdown for points is very standard. 20 for ancient, 120 for void, 200 for primal, 500 for sacred shards. For this type of event, you really want to use sacred shards, but here is what I'm going to do in my pulls. So what I'm going to do for both accounts is I'm actually going to use void shards, because the sacred shards, I have lots of sacred shards on this account. My main account has half of this roughly. But I have lots of void shards. Unless they start dropping 100 plus or 120 plus void shard guarantees, having a stockpile of void shards is just extra currency that you just have at your disposal. So for me, I've saved up these void shards for a long time. I'm going to use them here just to preserve some of the sacred shards. The main reason why you could consider doing this is because, first of all, the void shard does give you a chance at the void rare. So pulling the void rare at this junction of the fusion, basically the first week or the first couple of days, gives you a little bit of flexibility if you pulled the rare. And we're pulling with non-boosted rates here. So we're pulling, 0.5% chance of getting a legendary. The odds of getting a rare are pretty high. So if you're going to pick up some of the rares for the fusion, that's a pretty good deal. Basically finish off one of the events. You could even skip the champion chase if you wanted to, if you pull one rare from the void shard. The other thing is that I wanted to point out is that during this type of event, a summon rush event, I want to go over the points again here real quick, if you guys missed it, but 120 points here for the void shard versus 500 points for the sacred shard. Now, per sacred shard, it's about 4.15 void shards to cover this amount of points. And here's a comparison from a hero's path with shard requirements. I'll put that on screen right now. So you see here, the sacred shard is worth 4,500 points. And then you see the void shard here is worth 750 points. Now this gives a ratio of 6-to-1. So you need 6 void shards to cover 1 sacred shard. So what does it mean? It means that the void shard actually for a summon rush holds more value relative to the sacred shard in this event, and of course compared to a Hero's Path. Now those Hero's Path numbers are from previous Hero's Path, so obviously, you know, player can adjust those in whatever way they choose. But with the information that we know right now, we know that Void Shards are worth a little bit more in this Summon Rush, so therefore using it for this Summon Rush makes more sense than using Sacred Shards. Now, I'm not saying to always use Void Shards for Summon Rush. Summon Rush is still best done and completed with Sacred Shards just because they are worth the most value, allowing you to stockpile your Void Shards and all that. But in this situation, like I said, I have big piles of Void Shards and less piles of Sacred Shards, and Sacred Shards will be worth more in the, you know, expected Hero's Path in 2 weeks time, roughly. So we're going to be using Void Shards here today. So as I mentioned, we are expecting some kind of event to, you know, happen in October, probably in about 2 weeks time. In about 1 week's time, we're going to get more news on all that. I want to quickly bring your attention to some numbers here. So basically, this is the calculations I made for my own account, basically an endgame account, able to access all areas of the game and farm all areas of the game. So these are my monthly shard averages based on math and based on realistic expectations. Like, for example, we win 1 personal reward CVC, we win half of our Hydra clashes, etc., etc. That's where we got the primal number from. It also includes like basically full participation in, you know, basically all areas of the game. But these are the averages, right? Getting 2 Ultra Nightmare chests, 2 Nightmare chests every day, as well as 2 brutal chests and 2 hard chests. So that's basically what I farm every day. I farm 8 chests a day, as well as all areas of the game, and this is my expected shard value per month. So I mentioned 2 weeks from now, so basically cut these numbers in half, and basically I can add these numbers to my existing shard pools, and that just kind of gives me a sense of what I can spend and what I can expect to have leading into October. So you guys can kind of use this and, you know, you apply it to your own account if you guys need to. Like I said, cut it in half and then apply it to your own account. Keep in mind that these are end game numbers, obviously. Ultra Nightmare, double chest, Nightmare double chest, all difficulties double chesting and all content completed. So with that being said here, I should be expecting, you know, a handful of Sacred Shards on top, as well as probably at least a dozen or 2 Void Shards coming in the next couple weeks. But anyways, we are on the alt account first, and then we'll pull on the main account here. I believe we need 3,500 points. I don't have too many mystery shards in this account, which is a bit of a bummer. I'm kind of waiting for the dungeon diver to open, and then I'll hop into the training and all that. So then I can do some campaign and then get some mystery shards. Definitely low on the mystery shards. I haven't doing much campaign, to be honest. So if we wanted to strictly do this entire event with Void Shards, it's going to cost 29 Void Shards. Yeah, so I think for the alt account, I'm just going to pull 28 Void Shards and then finish it off with the Mystery Shards. I think I'm pretty close. I did pull like 100 or 200 Mystery Shards before this video, but yeah, let's pull 27 and we'll finish it off with Void Shards here. In terms of legendaries, I mean, getting a second Titus, not a big thing for me. I have Titus on both my accounts. Huge game changer, by the way. If you guys don't have Titus, I mean, you know, definitely worth to slot in here. Cardio, I have cardio on my alt account, so I don't need cardio. Suzanne would be a massive prize here, so I'll be happy to have her. Extra Shamails for empowerment definitely makes sense for me. So yeah, let's go right into it. We don't have a count on the Mercy. I think RSL Helper is not working right now, but I'm not close. I'm probably halfway or something. So let's see if we can get lucky. I mean, getting a rare here would be pretty lucky, so let's see what we can get. Okay, best of luck. Come on. Sweat these pulls here a little bit. If we can get the rare, I'll be really, really happy here. Come on. Or actually even Broad Maw pieces, because then we can use Broad Maw pieces for the champion chase next week. That's a pretty big deal as well. And we got an epic. We got Shamail. Welcome. Hey guys, progressive event working as intended. Let's make some space. We'll be right back. All right, back at it. Let's see if we can pull the rare. The rare would be pretty huge. Come on. Come on. Gom, actually a pretty good epic. If you guys got him, he was a fusion piece not too long ago. Pretty good epic, especially for faction wars and all that. Man, we got 2 hollows, but we don't get the rare. Come on, guy. Come on. All right, we're going to be sweating out the single pulls here. We're going to pull, let's pull 8, I think. 7 or 8. And yeah, maybe we'll get the rare. That would be the main prize here. I mean, obviously getting a Lego would be a big prize, but would settle for the rare. Let's go. Come on. Purple. Definitely getting a lot of rares, that's for sure. But we're not getting the rare. We're not getting the rare. Come on. Come on, the rare. Where are you? This is pull number 5, 5th single here. Come on, 6th. We got 2 more, I think. Oh, we got an epic werewolf guy. 1 more. All right. Oh, I was hopeful. All right, there we go. Perfect clear, 3,500 points. And yeah, we got Glade Wolf. Welcome aboard, Glade Wolf. So I think we pulled 27 Void Shards here, and I think we already pulled enough Mystery Shards to cover the rest. It is what it is. Honestly, 27 shards doesn't really affect me in any serious way for this account. We still hold on to our 44 sacred shards. We still have promo shards and whatever, but promo shards are going to go into any kind of boosted event. So anyways, let's jump onto the main account and maybe we'll get some better luck over there. All right, guys, so we are on the main account here. We're going to be doing basically the same thing. The shard situation on this account is not as robust as the alt account. Obviously, I just pull a little bit more freely on my main account, trying to progress and all that. We have 132 void shards, 21 sacred shards. We have been getting a decent amount of sacred shards lately, at least above average. I wouldn't say like running sun run hot, but at least above average. Void shards here, I think we can spare, 27, 28 void shards. We do have a bit of mystery shards here, but they are best used for the champion chase, which I fully expect to be participating in. I'm not going to go for the epic here in this summon rush. Of course, we're just going for the single rare. Same situation here. We do have Titus. Cardio's not going to move the needle on this account at all, but Suzanne would. I would love to get a Suzanne here. And then, of course, Shamail for the boosted progressive epic for the empowerment. Not close to mercy or anything, so let's go. Let's see if we can get lucky. Picking up the rare here would be lucky. Legendary would be lucky. Brawn Maw pieces would be lucky. Need some of this. Need some of this. Come on. Let's see. Come on. So many rares. So many rares, but no wolf. Come on. Let's go. Settle for Brawn Maw pieces, I guess. Come on. Where's the dog? Come on, doggo. I saw a screenshot of somebody pulling 2 dogs in a 10 pull. I'm like, come on. You can spare 1 here. No doggo. Dang it. Look at all this. We pulled so many shards, not a single dog. So let's do the single pulls here. See if we can get lucky. Come on. Yeah, you guys pulling those Legos, pretty tough. Pulling those Legos are pretty tough. Pulling the dog is pretty tough. The third pull, come on. Totally okay seeing the rare, the blue actually. Just looking for, obviously the dog, the correct blue. An epic here. Gimphos. Never built one up, but actually not too bad. For Fire Knight, I believe. Nope. I think we got 2 more on this account. Nope. Just gonna double check. All right, so we actually got 3 more here. Let's go. Come on. Harrier. Harrier. Come on. We'll settle for a Lego. How about a Lego? Asking for the moon now. All right, last void shard here. Let's see what we get. Come on. All right. No dog. It does make sense to pull the void shards here just for the off chance that you do pick up the dog here. So anyways, we're done with the summon rush. We're going to pull 10 mystery shards to finish it off. No big deal. About 28. I think we pulled 28 void shards here just to get the job done. And yeah, we do hold on to our 21 sacred shards. Hopefully we'll have, at least 25 by the start of October, and then we'll be in a decent shape. Now, like I said, I don't think a lot of you guys are super interested in this fusion, this Granite fusion, but I think he's actually, he's a decent champion. He's definitely above average. It really depends on where your progress level is on your account. 3,500 for a rare is not like record breaking, but it's definitely on the high end of things. Similar for Hilda, 6,100 is definitely not record breaking, but definitely on the high end. Pretty unfortunate to see, but honestly, like Plarium putting the screws to all these events kind of makes sense. They do want you to loosen up those purse strings and release those shards before October comes, of course. I think they probably thought Granite would be probably received a little bit better, I think, because I think they were aiming for a really strong champion to try to get us to participate, but I think most people are you know, a little bit cautious about spending resources at this point. So I don't know. I'm not too sure what they're planning to do. I would expect some pretty juicy events coming next week, of course, before the start of October. Maybe 2x primals. Maybe. I don't know. We're all looking out for that one as well. Anyways, guys, that's going to be it for the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Hopefully you guys got some good luck on your pulls as well. If you guys are going for a fusion, if you guys are not going for the fusion, it's probably going to be a skip. It's probably going to be a skip, guys. The you know, progressive event is not awesome. I mean, you could be missing Donatello, but it's not super awesome. You have Black Tusk here, which is really solid. If I was pulling regular sacreds or non-void, I would probably go for Black Tusk myself. But yeah, the voids here are pretty juicy. Obviously, Suzanne, big prize here, and Titus, of course, for those whales that are looking to empower their Titus to do more damage. But honestly, like, it's a skippable summon rush. So anyways, guys, that's going to be it for the video. Thank you guys so much for watching until the end. Like I said, have a great Friday and have a great rest of your weekend. And I'll see you guys in the next video.